And welcome back to part 2 of my PSVR physical collection. Sorry about the abrupt stoppage of part 1, but for some reason my camera didn't want to keep filming for some reason. So yeah, continuing on, this is Deracine. This was a GameStop exclusive. Next we have Project Diva X, Hasune Miku. And this has got some kind of VR implemented in it. It's some kind of a download patch, but I don't know to what extent. Maybe it's just like a photo mode or something. But yeah, it does have some kind of VR in it. So yeah, there's that. Next we have No Man's Sky Beyond. Now I haven't gotten into this yet. I'm gonna have to find some serious time to invest in this. This is that it's a space exploration simulator. Now I already had the No Man's Sky limited edition here, which is very cool. So it was good to have this new updated version with all the updates and the DLC and all that. So yeah, I just got to find some serious time to invest in that. Next, we have Ghost Giant. Great game. Kind of, tugs at your emotional strings. It's very cool, very cutesy, but it deals with some kind of like depression issues and shit like that. So, next is VR Karts. Yeah, there's better kart games on the PSN, but this is the only one you're gonna get physically. Gran Turismo Sport. This is the Steelbook edition. Very cool. Next one is an import. I had to import this. This is the German version. Track Lab. It's a rhythm game. Next is Time Carnage. Another perp game release. Deal with dinosaurs. Next one is The American Dream. Kind of pokes fun at us Americans with our obsession with guns. So, yeah, kind of a quirky little game, little shooter game. Psychonauts in the Rumbus of Ruin. Star Trek Bridge Crew. That's a kind of a 4-player co-op game, online game, and you command a starship and like kill Klingons and shit. Very cool. Robinson the Journey, another exploration game, like in the jungle, like looking at dinosaurs and collecting shit. Yeah. Eve Valkyrie, space shooter. Next one is a limited run release, Thumper. Very cool game. It's kind of an on-rail shooter type hate game. I've got that. I bought the single release, and then of course later on I had to have the collector's edition because this thing has got a wonderful, fantastic steelbook inside it. So I had to have the steelbook. This one isn't opened yet, so yeah. Looking forward to opening that at some point. This one I imported from Japan. This is the Japanese version of PlayStation VR Worlds. It does not play in English. It plays completely in Japanese, but that's okay because I was totally digging the cover art on this. You know, the guy in the headset with the shark. So I thought, yeah, that'd be real cool to have physically. VR Ping Pong Pro, ping pong game. The next one I bought from PlayAsia, Demo Reborn. Kind of another kind of rhythm type game where you like play a piano and shit like that. So yeah, this is the only way you can get it physically is through PlayAsia. Theseus. Next one is a limited run release. Polybius. Crazy Machines VR. Groundhog Day, Like Father, Like Son. Next one I had to import, only released in Europe. Hustle Kings VR, pool game. Okay, the next two are the same game, but when I bought the first one, it was the Spanish version. I didn't know, so I had to go ahead and buy the English version. So now I've got two copies. Apex Construct. Next one is a European import, European release only, Fruit Ninja VR. Another Perps game release, Zen Studios VR collection, includes 4 games. Nice little collection. We're on a Perps game little kick here. Cool Painter VR Deluxe, another Perps Games release. And then we have Honor and Duty All Out War. The next one is another horror game, The Impatient. And we have Battle Wake. Everybody's Golf VR. Love this game. They definitely need to come with some new DLC courses. That would be fantastic. I'm kind of a golf fan. Angry Birds 2 movie, Under Pressure. The next one's an I Am 8-bit release, Res Infinite. This is a very cool game. Now this one's sealed because I already had it. Downloaded on my PS4, so it's nice to have a physical copy. Not the easiest one to come by. We got Ultra Wings. Yeah, Ultra Wings. Great flight simulator game in VR. The next one I imported, Tekken 7. This got a North American release, but the North American release did not have the PlayStation VR banner on top, so I had to have this one. Next we have Syndrome. Now this has got some VR. I heard the VR isn't too great on this, but it's still another survival horror type game. Sega Genesis Classics. Yeah, this has got you can play in VR, but you're not playing the games in VR. You're actually in a VR room, and you play the games in the VR room, if that makes any sense. Star Wars Battlefront Ultimate Edition. This is the VR version. You play the VR. You play flying an X-wing fighter. So I heard it's very cool. I haven't done it yet, so I'm looking forward to that. Trackmania. Driving buggies in VR. Yeah. Don't Knock Twice. Another horror game. Another limited run release, Pixel Gear. A shooter. You can actually use the aim controller on this. Doom VFR. Yeah, it's Doom in VR. It's fucking awesome. And before we had Firewall, we had Bravo Team. Yeah, not a very good game. So, yeah, there's that. Next we have the Wizards Enhanced Edition. Concrete Genie. It does have a VR mode in it. If you like Beat Saber, then you'll love Box VR. It's a rhythm slash workout game. Yeah. Now the next one, this one I imported from Japan. It is getting a English release later on in a couple months. This is Disaster Report 4, and I got a good deal on this, so I went ahead and picked it up physically. This does not play in English; it is completely in Japanese. So, yeah, but it's nice to have a physical release. Quar Infernal Machines. Killing Floor Double Feature. Killing Floor 2 and Killing Floor Incursion. This is a nice little pack. It's got both games on it. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay, now the next one is something I ordered straight from the Perp Game Store. I had to pre-order. Sorrento so I could get this cool steelbook alongside it. So, kind of a very hard steelbook to find, but yeah, it was great to get that with the game. So, very cool edition. Next, we have another limited run Light Tracer. MR4 Motor Racer. Racing motorbikes in VR. Well, the next one, unfortunately, you can't play anymore. It's Starblood Arena. It was only an online game, and unfortunately, Sony wanted to shut the servers down, so it was only good for about a year and a half. I had a lot of fun playing it, but unfortunately, it's no more. So hopefully, sometime in the future, maybe they'll come out with a Starblood Arena 2 and implement a single-player mode. So, yeah, it's a bummer. Next, we have Ace Combat 7. Awesome VR mode. You get 3 missions. Some of the best VR experience you'll ever have. Ultimate VR Collection. You get 5 games in this one. This was kind of a hard one to track down. This was another Perp game release. So, yeah. The next one I bought from PlayAsia. Later on, Limited Run had their version come out about a month later after I bought this. This is Tokyo Chronos. It's a visual novel. Yeah, I hope to get the Limited Run version at some point. Smash Hit Plunder. Downward Spiral, Aura Station. Another Perp games. Torn. And another one that was not the easiest to find was Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams. Okay. And then the last 3 I have are ones that have VR mode, some kind of download to them. This one is the Persona Endless Night Collection. It has Persona 3 and Persona 5. And it's got some DLC to it. It's got a little bit of, I don't know exactly what the VR implementation is, but it looks pretty cool. It comes in this nice VR package, this little book package here. So I'm looking forward to opening that up at some point. Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. Okay, this is one of those weird kind of Japanese quirky pervy kind of games. They got the girls with the water guns. So anyway, they've got some kind of VR mode implementation on this. It's a download patch, but I don't know if it's like some kind of photo mode or what it is, but I don't think it's a whole lot. So there's that. And then there is Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th year celebration. It's got a VR patch to it. I think it's more like just kind of walking around, like a walking simulator, walking around Laura Croft's mansion or something like that. So, yeah. So, well, that's the end of that. I think that does it for part two of my PSVR physical collection. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to making some updates as I get new additions to the collection. Um, so until then, take it easy, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.